Alright guys, there's a lot of stuff going on, so just bear with me. If you have questions, so again, just to start with, there's 20 you guys, turn around. There's 20 of you guys in the classroom, so that's why I said, that's why I made those videos, so you can watch them, so you guys aren't standing around waiting for what the next step is. So like I said, you guys, am I grading you on watching them? No, but you are graded on actually working. Okay, so that's the thing. If you have questions or something like that, or need to know what the next step is, if you're starting to pull away from the group, which is fine, watch those videos, see what the next step is. If you've watched them, then you still have questions, then come and see me or ask someone else who's already done that step. Okay. If you guys are making cuts, okay. Say your legs are short, ½ inch or something like that. All right, well then just go off them. From there on out, we'll have to scale down your box. Okay, so we don't have enough material to just keep and remaking everything. And now it's getting to the point too where we've been working for 2 weeks. All right, if you scrap that piece now you got to go back and start all over with the 2 pieces. Okay, and again, trying to make sure that you have everything all lined up. Okay, so like cutting your widths all at the same time, laying it down to the same thickness and everything like that. What's going to happen is I'll be gone Monday, so there's going to be a sub. So I'm going to take the parts that we're going to do today. You guys are going to be doing that Monday. So Monday, you guys, I'll have the lecture. Basically, we'll be dealing with board feet or the bandsaw. Basically, you guys will be dealing with the bandsaw. I'll have instructions for the sub and everything. So Monday, you guys won't be in the lab, but we'll just meet in the CAD lab, and then we'll go from there. So today, we'll end up picking up, or we'll go through this demonstration, and then we'll pick up, or excuse me, go out in the lab. That's what we'll do. What I had for today was so talking about creating the design pattern on your legs. So Riley, or someone, can you grab the legs? One of the things that you'll need to do is there's actually a criteria for parts of your legs. So that's either you have to have the design either on the front leg or on the 2 side legs. So you can have them on all 4, but you need to have them at least on, like I said, the front side or the 2 ends. Okay. One of the things, there's also like basically, if you were to draw a box, it says that you have your design or your profile has to be contained within a certain area. So like if you look at these boxes down in the front and the ones that I'll show you, it has to be contained in a certain area. If you look on your plans, it'll say from the extreme top, you have to be down, I think it's like 1.5 inches, and then from the extreme ends, like so the longest face, you have to be in, I believe it's 3.5 inches. Why would we have that criteria for the bottom? So you don't make your legs weaker, right? So yeah, we want to have a design, but we don't want to cut out so much material that now we're compromising the structural support of our actual box. So that's happened before where kids they'll cut too far, or their design will be out of the designated area, right? And they'll cut, and then when they start assembling, they start to get a little rough with it, and then it actually snaps. Okay, and especially too if you have one of those boards with a knot in there, then it creates an even weaker spot. Okay, so the designated areas are there so that you have your support. Oh, what was today's question? Sorry. Oh, what is the criteria? Yeah, so it's either your front leg or your 2 sides. So that's what your criteria is. What you guys can do, you can do anything that you want inside that area. All I did here is I just typed in Hope Chest Designs, and what we're kind of looking at is this bottom part. right here. So you could do something, you know, as simple as just a slight rounded curve in, or, you know, kind of something a little more curvy, wavy, things like that. If you wanted to do just something square, really it's up to you. As long as it fits in that profile, that's fine. One of the things I want to point out though is, like, if you do something kind of like this, you know, this is obviously spread out over a larger project. This is probably, you know, 3-4 feet long, where ours is only 2 feet. Okay, so we're not going to be able to have this, and if you do something like this, you're going to have to scale it down. Also, one of the grading points is sanding, right? So that's kind of the pain about woodworking, is there's always sanding, right? So, you know, I've been dealing with woodworking for a while, and that's still kind of, you know, yeah, it stinks, but it's something that needs to be done. Okay, I spent a whole summer sanding. Okay, that was my job. It wasn't necessarily that exciting. Learned a lot, but basically I stood back and forth in a 5-foot line doing this all summer. Okay, made some decent money, but very boring. Anyways, so whatever design that you guys have, just make sure that you know that you are going to end up sanding it. So I'm not saying just take the cheap way, you know, take the easy way out and go, I'm just going to do a simple line like this. You know, if you like that, you know, that's fine. Go ahead. But I don't want you to be kind of deterred from trying something. You know, if you like something with a little more appeal or oomph to it, a little more challenging, I guess I should say, go ahead and do something like that. All I'm requiring, there's not a minimum, but I mean, if you make like this tiny little triangle, okay, try and do something more than just a little notch in there. And try and have it go throughout the whole length of the leg, contained within that area. The other ones, you know, there's something kind of like this. So what you're going to end up doing is, on Monday, I'll kind of show you guys, or I'll have the video talking about, you know, laying it out and actually drawing a pattern and things like that, so that if you do end up having things on, say, the front and the back, or on both ends, your profiles look the same, okay? So again, it's going back to the idea that even if you make a mistake, like for ripping it to the wrong width, if you make a mistake doing that, you know, that's fine. As long as you do them all at the same time, then it's going to be easier to correct because all your pieces are the same. Same thing with the pattern. You know, maybe one side is off a little bit, or you don't necessarily like the way it curves. As long as they match both sides, you know, that's kind of what we're looking for. It's being able to do the same thing repetitively. Okay, so it may be wrong at first, but as long as you know what you did wrong and how to fix it, then we go from there. Let's see. There's some other profiles. These are actually cutter heads, like for actually making trim. Not saying you should do something, just kind of give you an idea of what you could do, something kind of like this. Okay. We'll probably clean up a little bit before. Time slipped away from me yesterday, so we'll probably clean up a little bit before 25. So we'll probably go like 23. Just so that we can make sure, you know, again, since it's the first couple of times trying everything out. Any questions? Okay. Go ahead.